Alright, this is a take two because take one I got 10 minutes and it stopped. So this is trying to answer the 10 questions in 10 minutes. I will go in reverse order this time so that I make sure I don't, I actually make it through. Um, the, um, did you have to show your birth certificate when you renewed your driver's license? The question goes on. I did. I'm a 63-year-old grandmother. So shouldn't the President of the United States show his original birth certificate to prove his eligibility? By the way, I like you. Maybe it's because you remind me of my grandson. Well, first off, thank you. But yeah, no, I actually didn't. Because they had they had my birth certificate already in the system. I didn't need to reprove something I've already proved. And with Obama, he showed them his birth certificate. To get your Social Security card, to get all of the documents that you need to become a senator, I'm sorry, the FBI and the CIA do massive background checks on you to make sure you are eligible to have the clearances you have. So to keep repeating this, where's his birth certificate, it's already been resolved. I'm even going to put a link to the article by factcheck.org, which is a non-profit bipartisan group that will call out both right and left for their stupidity. They did a huge article on this, so wow, it took almost a minute and 30. What do I do for work? This was 3 questions from one person, so okay, fine. Even though I'm good with this person, so I like him. What do I do for work? I work for a company that does celebrity gift rooms, and right now is our slow season. So right now I'm building up contact information, and then later on I'll be working my ass off on the next event that we have. And then also I'm going to start doing my therapies again, because I do cupping therapy, the Oriental cupping therapy, and as well as a version of relaxation therapy, hypnotic relaxation therapy. I used to have clients when I lived in LA. Since I'm not in LA anymore, I have to rebuild my clientele. Favorite sexual position? Really can't get into that. My girlfriend knows. Yeah, and she's laughing because she knows what it is and knows that if we talked about it, this video would immediately get in it. Somebody could go, oh my God, how horrible! I'd have to try to, say it's sexual content, even though I'm just explaining a position. Summer plans, really don't have any. I'm just gonna work. Still getting used to the area. I still haven't gotten. I mean, as I'm shooting this, it's almost 7 in the afternoon, and my mind is still saying it's like 3 or 4 in the afternoon. So yeah, I'm on the East Coast now, but my mind is still on the West Coast. So, what's your favorite animal? Cats. I am definitely a cat person. Right now, I don't have a cat. I have a mouse over here on my desk, and then my girlfriend has a little Chihuahua, Tiny, who's I think I might have seen him in one of my past videos. Yeah, he's psychotic. He's just psychotic. Let's see. Let's see. Is atheism just another religion? No, because for it to be a religion, you have to have faith, or some type of dogma. Buddhism, which is really an atheist style religion, because they don't believe in a god. They still have dogmas, and they still have prayer or meditation or whatever, and it's become standard. They have temples, they have all of these things. People who dedicate their entire lives to, the pursuit of this concept of nirvana. You don't see that with atheists. You get 10 atheists in a room, and we will not agree on what we believe. So it's not an atheist. There's no superstition around us. I mean, even in Buddhism, there is some superstition based around it. Let's see. 3 wishes. If you could have 3 wishes, what would they be? First would be to have leaders who actually have intelligence, who put the welfare of the people above the welfare of their job, who actually can look past the stupidity of people and look to see what was actually the best for humans and for the humans that they're representing, instead of placating to the people that they're representing. Sometimes you got to be a parent and go, no, that's really not the best for all of us. So no, I'm not going to let you do it. But second would be to have enough money to comfortably live. I'm not someone who would want to be a multi-billionaire. I think that I don't need that. I mean, I'd love to have some land to live on. Grow some fruits and vegetables. Maybe raise some animals. And know that I don't have to worry about life. I mean, that would be nice. And my third wish would be to have a drug policy in this country that actually made sense. I'm a huge advocate to legalize marijuana, and mainly it's because I think the policy is stupid. I mean, if you're losing this war with a drug that has killed no one, maybe it's time to rethink it, and instead of spending billions of dollars of incarcerating people, how about actually, spending the money to, I don't know, not, take money from it instead of spending money to solve it. And yeah, who's that dude that walks behind you every so often? That's not a dude. That's my girlfriend. She just happens to wear t-shirts and things like that and isn't necessarily clear in all the videos. If people want to see her in sexier outfits, please email me. I will be more than happy to give them to her so that she can model them in the backgrounds of my videos. Who's my favorite YouTuber? I really don't have a favorite YouTuber. I have a bunch of different things that I like. There's no really one that I really like the most. I mean, yeah, I like people who kind of go with the same thing as me, but But I also watch things like Freakazoid and a bunch of other things. I've been watching the Batman, Brave and the Bold on here, so. What's the future purpose of the channel? It's going to kind of stay a reply channel, but I'm also going to do more, like you said, use more specialized or whatever, but I'm not going to get into, I'm not going to make Amazing Atheist style videos. I'm not going to make Thunderfoot style videos. That's just not what I do. Do you think Barry Bonds should be banned from the Hall of Fame? No, I think that he should be in the Hall of Fame, but I also think that next to the plaque of Barry Bonds, there should be another plaque with a big asterisk that says, yeah, but. And honestly, the reason is because the more that happens, the less these guys are going to go out and do stupid things like steroids. They're going to do the things they need to do, but without having to skirt the system. And the more that we do simple things like publicly humiliate these people, the less likelihood they're going to do it. The last one. What do you think of free will and determination? I think that both free will and determination are a load of bullshit. Free will is determined on the fact that free will and determination both go with this concept that we have control or lack of control. It's neither. We don't. Our bodies and our minds are based on reward versus risk, and if we can, and on the micro scale, when we do anything, our minds are going a million miles a second, taking into account reward versus risk. And if the reward is greater than the risk, then we're going to do it regardless of what it is. It may sound stupid, but that's really what it is that's controlling us. Our free will is an illusion, and it's definitely, determinism isn't real either. So, but and I actually was able to shoot this whole thing under 10 minutes this time. So, if there's any more, let them go, and I'm gonna let that go for a while longer. But that's it for now.